Hi, family. So Halle Bailey wanted me to start doing some Food for Thought Fridays. So for every Friday, we're going to start having a little food for thought just to give you a little something to chew on in the day, throughout your day. And yeah, let's see how it works. Let me know if you like it.
Why are the chosen ones feeling a shift? It's because God is calling out his remnant. Now, the remnant of God normally refers to those that have been set apart, those chosen ones who have endured countless trials and countless tribulations, even from your youth. You've endured immense pain, immense suffering, but remember, this isn't punishment. This is preparation. You have been refined in fire so that you can carry light into dark places. What's happening is right now, the veil between the spiritual and the physical world is becoming thin. This is a divine activation season. All of your spiritual senses, your discernment, your dreams, your intuition are all being heightened right now. And many of you are being called out of hiding into a place of greater visibility. And it is for the purpose of influence, it's for the purpose of leadership, and most importantly, for spiritual warfare.
This is a rented life. There ain't nobody better. You really don't own nothing in this life. You don't own. This is a rented life. There ain't nobody better than nobody on this earth. You can't take it with you. All I can buy is cars and shoes, a bigger house, more cars. This is what money is. If you really break it down, there's nothing you can really do with it. You're just stacking it up to give it to somebody. Because if something happened to you, you're not taking it with you. Once I start thinking like that, the desire for me to chase in this business and compete, it went away.
The Egyptians are not African. I'm sorry.
Do you know where Egypt is?
Yes, it's in
Where?
North Africa.
Okay, stop. Stop right there. You just said that you said the Egyptians are not African.
Are white South Africans African?
Wait. Yes, they are African. See, okay, to be African means you come from the continent of Africa. So if you come from the continent of Africa, that's who you are. So that means you're African. So and you do know. Do you also deny science that man originated from Africa, or do you say that's false science?
What are you talking about? I mean, what are you referring to?
I'm talking archaeology. I'm talking biology. I'm talking science. In terms of the where did man originate? Scientists. Why scientists?
Egypt was an amazing civilization.
No,
it was not created by black Africans. I'm sorry.
It wasn't. Who created it?
People who are white.
How are people?
You can look. You can actually look at art, and they differentiate between races.
I got to ask you a question. How do you
from ancient Egyptian art?
You do know those were black people. You do know.
Hey,
you do know from science you can't get black from white. You can get white from black. You do know when it comes to evolution.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Do you never studied science?
I see what you're. Yes, I have.
No, so
I'm not a scientist.
But man originated in Africa. Yes or no?
That is a consensus. Yes.
Okay. So if man originated in Africa, which means that they were Africans, and then all of a sudden, when you talk about the amazing works of the Egyptians, they were people of color. I know that's a little rough for you to handle, but I know you want to hold on to that somehow thinking whites built the pyramids. But I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, we did.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Because first of all, they were building things in Egypt while white Europeans were still in caves. That's a fact.
That's
a fact. Okay,
sure.
For yourself, chosen one, you're becoming more powerful than you even realize. Here's why. 1. You no longer fear losing anyone because your peace matters more than their presence. 2. You think for yourself. No one can manipulate your mind anymore. 3. You're willing to walk alone. Because solitude has become your strength. 4. You trust your intuition more than their opinions. 5. You don't chase love. You don't beg for validation. You know your worth. 6. You don't compete. You simply elevate in silence. 7. You set boundaries calmly and you protect them without guilt. 8. You speak truth, even when your voice shakes, because honesty is your power. 9. Your presence triggers their insecurities. Your confidence, it's a mirror they can't handle. 10. And when chaos calls, you walk away without a glance back, because peace is priceless. You are untouchable now. They can't handle a soul they can't control.
Right there. How white folks got so rich. The untold story of American white supremacy. I mean, I just read about the Indian land grab, and I'm like, my gosh, man, good Lord. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. No wonder we don't want to teach the truth. Because that means we've got to look people in the face and say, our forefathers were the worst people in the history of mankind. The things that they did, that manifest destiny, that kind of mentality has been atrocious. What we have done to the African Americans.
Welcome to America, where we work to live and live to work. Where we spend hundreds of thousands on a home that we barely get to step foot in because the hours we work to pay for it keeps us away from it. Where we buy a car just to drive it to a job that barely pays enough to keep the gas tank full. Where our healthcare system will bankrupt you faster than the illness can kill you. We're getting sick as the business motto and the cure is priced like a luxury. Welcome to America, where the food is fake, the water's tainted, and the air we breathe is up for sale. Where the richest 1% own more than the bottom half combined, and they still tell us to work harder. Where we chase the American dream only to find out it was designed to stay out of reach. And every time we get close to the finish line, they just inch it a little further back. Where school doesn't teach you how to live, just how to obey, comply, and clock in. Where education comes with a lifetime of debt and the diploma is nothing more than a receipt for money that you ain't never gonna see again. Welcome to America, where we pay taxes to keep the lights on in government buildings we ain't never even allowed to enter. Where your rights are written in pencil and erased when it's inconvenient. Where justice depends on your income and the law bends to the highest bidder. Welcome to America, where they tell you if you don't like it, then leave, without realizing we had ties to this land before there was even an America, where your labor is valued, but your life is disposable. Welcome to America, where mental health is a crisis, but therapy is a luxury that most can't even afford, where they sell you fast fashion, fast food, and the fast entertainment to keep you distracted from the slow theft of your soul and your spirit, where the news is scripted, the truth is filtered, and history is rewritten to protect the guilty. Welcome to America, where the people who run this country don't live like the people who keep it running. Welcome to America, where survival is success, where we've been trained to call this living, but in reality we barely breathing. Welcome to America.
How you know you're the chosen one. And no, everybody is not selected to be a chosen one. Chosen one is a person that's really pretty much selected on this planet to handle certain assignments. Pretty much like help people, you know what I mean? Like help other chosen ones to be healed, or just other people that just got lost in the matrix type shit. Like to know that you're a chosen one, like your childhood, 9 out of 10, your childhood was pretty much difficult growing up. You may have abandonment issues. You feel like you're being overlooked by your family. You never really fit in. You're mad different from your siblings. Like you see things and new things other people didn't. It's always something about you people don't like about you, but it's never a reason why they don't like you. Growing up, you always get hurt by the people you try to help. You're always considered as like you're weird or you're crazy. You like being alone because you feel like you can't relate to people. Bugs and animals vibrated to you. Like, even if you're scared of them, like, they have this type. This is how you know you're the chosen one.
Why does not America look like Dubai and Germany? And why doesn't America look like Russia and Persia? And where the is the money going? There should be grapes, turnips, vegetables, everything on the streets, every day for the homeless to eat. You're making us pay for water, you son of a... You're making us pay for grapes, apples, things that God gave us for free. Ha! Ha! You will burn in hell when I'm through with you. You will not be allowed in my Father's house at all.
By 2030, you're not going to physically see a new earth appear, but your soul will either crystallize into an eternal life timeline, base 12, or get sealed into a finite life simulation. Earth's morphogenetic field is undergoing a scalar bifurcation. Two distinct vibrational currents are emerging from the same planetary physical body. One timeline returns to source, the other loops in a finite light simulation, and these streams will no longer overlap after 2030. CDT plate 11 calls this the final divergence window, and your DNA chooses the stream. Your DNA is a living tuner. By activating your 12-stranded DNA, you magnetize the eternal life stream. But if your body remains encoded in fear, guilt, or artificial implants, your consciousness will be sealed into the synthetic grids, which can be subtle, but for most it is irreversible. 2030 is a frequency lock. After 2030, the frequency fields phase lock. That means that your dominant emotional state, your felt vibration, will become your permanent home. Timeline jumping becomes extremely difficult after 2030 because the vibrational gates begin to close. It's like two trains going on separate tracks. And this isn't fear, it's physics. You're not waiting for a rapture. By 2030, your soul signs its contract with eternal light or illusion. So choose wisely. Choose now. Choose your higher self. Choose love. By 2000.
You don't have 5 senses. You actually have 15. Most people only know the 5 physical senses: sight, sound, smell, taste, and touch. But you also have 5 mental senses: imagination, memory, intuition, reason, and willpower. And beyond that, 5 spiritual senses: clairvoyance, when you can see or know things that other people can't; clairaudience, when you can hear things that other people can't; clairsentience, when you can feel or sense things that other people can't; claircognizance, when you just know something without being told or seeing it; and clairalliance, when you can smell things that other people can't. Together, they form the full spectrum of human perception. If you've ever felt like there's more to life than what you see, it's because you've only been taught to use 1/3 of your senses. Awakening the others unlocks a whole new reality. Tonight, close your eyes and test one. Visualize holding a lemon. Smell it, taste it, feel it. That's your mental and spiritual senses activating beyond the physical. Comment 15 for access to a tool that awakens the senses you didn't know you had to manifest the life you desire.
Never address people that have shown behaviors that are below you. The man that tried to fire me 11 years ago over an email that had one word in all caps, I know for sure he is not asking me for a favor 11 years later. There is no way I'm reading this LinkedIn message the correct way. So I get on my laptop and I start doing what? Typing, ready to remind him of the last interaction that we had. And saved by the bell, my husband walks in and he says, "What are you doing? You look upset. What's wrong?" And I show him the message and he says, "Deshauna, delete this right now." And my husband says, "Listen, when you make it to your level, when you level up, when you get to a certain place in life, you don't even address people certain ways because you're so above it now. Leveling up is recognizing when there are certain people that are absolutely not even close to being at the caliber you're at. And addressing them, it requires you to lower your frequency to get to their level. Never do that. Never do that."
To me, I don't know who this is for,
but their spells have backfired. Listen, I don't know what happened and what you did and what type of prayers you was doing, but their spells have literally backfired. When I tell you, it's happened before, but this time it hit harder. It hit somebody that they really love, that's really near and dear to them, because they were trying to do it to you. They wanted you to lose hope in life. They wanted you to lose your mind, to lose your thoughts, so that you wouldn't be able to remember anything. When I tell you, you're the Most High, your ancestors, your angels, guards, and guides, baby, they standing up for you. They fighting for you, because there's so many things that they could have done to you in this last one. This last one was really supposed to take you out. Listen.
Get that right, here I come. Magic bitch styling. Move like magic excellence. Proof unique reminding. Getting round that losing shop. My word, she back again. You will never end the rain. We keep multiplying. Running through the evidence. There's no deny.